Welcome to Gedi Maaro, City 1016. This is Desi by nature. And on the show today, we've got somebody really who is just jhande garoing across the globe for India and for the women in racing.
Absolutely. We have the legendary Indian racing driver, well, female racing driver, Diana Pundole, with us here in the studio in Dubai. Diana, welcome to Gedi Maaro and welcome to the UAE.
Thank you guys so much for having me on your show. Thanks.
It's a pleasure. Now, Diana, we want to start off with you're the first female champion who's raced amongst men in four-wheelers, in four-wheel racing. So, बाकी सब लौंडे थे और आप अकेली लड़की थी और आपने सबको पछाड़ दिया. To put it softly.
Yes.
उनको कैसा फील हुआ?
You'll have to ask them.
यार ये मुझे वो पिक्चर की याद आ रही है. आमिर खान की कौन सी पिक्चर थी? हाँ. आमिर खान की कौन सी पिक्चर थी मतलब वुमेन रेसलर्स?
हाँ, मारी छोड़ी छोड़े से कम है के?
हाँ, exactly. Yes.
दंगल.
So now the pressure is real. We want to make a movie on you. So you have to win everything.
All right, so let's start with the story. How did it start off? You came into racing not very long ago. It started off when? 2018?
Yes.
So
in
how was
2018.
racing, as in, how did you start racing?
So as a child, I've always loved driving. I've always loved driving fast.
Okay.
I've seen that in myself. I used to have a little bit of road rage. I used to have that competitive feeling in me, like signal green hoti hai na, to jana hai, pehla jana hai. Like that.
Okay.
It was always like that.
Okay.
So that was there. That was an undercurrent that was always there. But because in India, you don't really know as children, nobody really tells you, beta, bade hoke racer banna.
Haan.
It's not like that, right?
100%.
So I grew up and studied to be a teacher. And I did my master's and studied and this and that. And I was about to get a teacher's job. So then this story came up on social media saying that there's this national talent hunt happening all through India, calling all women in motorsport
Okay.
or women who know how to drive
Huh.
who would like to enter this racing championship.
Okay.
So that got me all excited and I was like, we have to do this.
Right.
And I just went casually. Like I didn't have any expectations, ki, I'm going to win or this or that, nothing like that. I just showed up there and took part and I kind of made it to the first season.
Okay.
So the winners got a free seat
Okay.
in that year's National Racing Championship. It was called JK Tire National Racing Championship.
Interesting.
Okay.
That got it all started. Okay, we were in this team of girls that were racing up against the guys who've been like seated drivers, experienced drivers. They've been doing it for years together. They're from racing families. And here we are. We just kind of won a national racing championship and we were put into this team with all these guys. So I participated in that and that was it. That kind of changed my life.
शेर के मुंह को खून लग गया.
Yeah. It honestly changed my life.
हाँ.
So I couldn't think of going back to a teacher's job. This was too exciting to let go of. So I kept going for practice. I kept going for the races and 2018 got over. I reapplied for 2019. I participated in that. Then we had COVID. And then I continued to doing 2021 in MRF National Racing Championship with the Polo Cup. I did the 2021 season with IJTC, that's Indian National Junior Touring Cars, and then did MRF Saloon Cars. So finally in 2024, I became the first female national champion in MRF racing cars in saloon category.
Wow.
Shabash, Koye, shabash. Well done.
So throughout this journey, how many types of cars have you raced?
So right from 2018, I did single-seater cars in the Formula 4 category. Then I did saloon cars in different types of horsepowers, different power cars. There was a difference in how fast the cars were. Some were a little slower, some were a little faster. So I have quite a bit of experience in all of that. And of course, in 2021, when I started coming to Dubai and exploring Europe, I started racing GT cars just for practice, like getting my hand into different types of categories of racing.
Right. Okay. And then that brings us to the question: how did you align with Align Automation?
This is going to be very simple because it seems like it's meant to be. When there is something that's meant to be, it doesn't feel like it's something to be,
It doesn't feel challenging. It doesn't feel difficult. It
Yeah.
just flows.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of just happened so.
Right.
We were Nitin, who is the CEO of Line Automation, met up with me in Pune, and he said that, what do you do? Where have you been? And I said, I just came back from Germany. And he said, for what? What were you doing in Germany? And I said, I was testing my Porsche 992 Kapka.
Nice.
And he said, why?
Why?
Right.
I said, because I'm a racer and I just became the first champion to, I'm just the first female champion who just won a national championship
Nice.
this year. And he said, what? That's amazing. I've been looking for somebody to, tie up with, and I'm big into sports and all of that. And honestly, I thought it was, usually in motorsport, a lot of people say we want a sponsor, but nothing really pans out. It's very difficult to
Yeah.
get a sponsorship for motorsport. Okay?
Right.
It's one of the only sports that is so difficult, and more so in a country like India.
Yes.
Right.
It's unheard of, especially for a
yeah.
girl
True.
to get a sponsorship. This is something that I would have never dreamt of,
Correct.
So I was like, yeah, it's really kind of you to say that, and it'll be nice to let's see if we can partner up. And then it kind of just took off.
Okay.
Then we figured that everything aligns. I gel with them really well. Their values match so well with mine. And more than that, we are both really enthusiastic to do things for each other. Like Align Automation and their entire team, it's amazing, it's exciting because they all want to enthusiastically help me figure out my racing and look into my data. They are a data-driven company.
Yes.
They do a lot globally in the world of AI and automation. So they're looking into my racing data, which is amazing because I actually have a whole team to look into my data and tell me how I can better my racing, how I can look into, how I can fine tune my racing lines, my braking points, my apexes. Am I hitting them right on every lap? Am I really getting the most out of my lap as much as I should? And they literally break it down for me and help me decipher it so that I can develop faster as a racer.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow.
This is a
Definitely
dream
very
come
cool.
true for any racer,
100%. 100%.
Okay, just out of curiosity, I'll just go back a little bit. If somebody wants to get into racing, what is it that they should know and what is it that they should do? Red light जल्दी से जल्दी पार करनी है वो तो है ही है.
That is a very Delhi thing to do. How is she in Pune?
I don't know. We miss you in Delhi, bro.
It's a very Pune thing to do. Please come to Pune.
Me Mumbai kar.
Yeah, Pune. If you know how to drive in Pune, you can drive anywhere in the world.
That I agree
The
with.
Pune people are gonna back me up on this.
No, that is I think anywhere in India. अगर हमें इंडिया में गाड़ी चलाना आता है हम कहीं पे भी चला सकते हैं हम कोई भी सिचुएशन ओवरकम कर सकते हैं not only just driving skills life skills
Of
it's
course.
a life lesson
Yeah.
Of course.
Like you need to be sharp instinctively, reflex
100%.
has to be really on point.
Right.
All of this comes into play, and when you're racing, it all helps,
Yes.
If you're doing this from the time you started racing, it's going to help.
correct so coming back to this question
Getting onto the track, if you have to get into racing in India, what are the things that you need to do?
Okay. In India, I'd say the best way to start off is to go to a go-karting track and start practicing there. Start practicing in the go-kart because it's not that expensive.
Okay.
And you get to know basics like racing lines, apexes, exit speeds,
Right.
entry speeds. These are things that you can fine tune in a go-kart track. So I would say if there are people who want to get into racing in India, first go to your nearest go-kart track, try to set a lap time, try to go for it, try to find out what is the fastest lap time on that track, try to get there. Once
Right.
you've got there, I'm sure that racing track has events. Like they have racing events, participate, understand where you stand in a racing level, like where do you stand when it comes to actual racing. Can you really overtake? Can you really come first?
Right.
Once you do that, then you can start applying to teams that participate in national racing championships. We have JK Tyre National Racing Championship. We have MRF National Racing Championship. Go to any one of them. There are too many teams that you can choose from, depending on your budget, depending on your experience, what you're looking for. There is options.
And like you said, sponsorship, it won't come in till the time you don't hit a certain mark.
That's one. Not really. That's one of the things that motorsport is all about. You're gonna have to have a car. You're gonna have to maintain it. You have to maintain yourself, physical, mental capabilities. You need to know that there is a certain level of investment involved in this particular sport.
Right.
So, and it's not impossible. Honestly, if it was impossible, would I have been able to do it? I don't think so.
Which is why we are asking you.
It is 100% possible
No,
because she's here.
the reason I say that is because I didn't have any family backing. In the sense, my father was never a racer. Yes, he was very enthusiastic about Formula One, and he was a really good. He was good at understanding racing, but he wasn't professionally in it.
Okay.
There are a lot of people in India whose kids are part of the racing scene now, but their families have had some experience in racing
Right.
in India, in
Right.
rallying, in racing.
Right.
That never happened for me. So I'm sure there are people like that whose families are not involved in racing but have the aspiration to race. So they shouldn't feel like, oh, I don't have any backing, nobody is there to support me, I don't think I can do it. You can if you put your mind to it and work towards it. Like, set a goal. Don't keep
Right.
it too high. Just go for, let's say, I'm going to do this go-kart championship, I'm going to win this, and let's see what happens from there.
So one step at a time.
One step at a time. I did it one step at a time.
So, to our audience watching, कर सकते हो आप, डरो मत, डर के आगे जीत है.
उसके आगे डायना है.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, talking about the future, your future with Align Automation and this beauty that is there behind us. What is there in the next 5 years to come?
Well, I would say that just like I have lived my life, I don't look 5 years in advance. I'm looking at, let's say, 6 months in advance. And
Okay.
right now we are just stepping into race weekend, coming up this weekend on Saturday and Sunday with the first race with this car.
Okay.
And this is something that has been the highlight of my year. And I can't wait to get into the car for this race.
Tell us about this race and the car.
Okay, so we're doing the Ferrari 296 Challenge car. This is a 700 horsepower car, 3,300 in weight. It's super light for the kind of power that it has, and it goes fast. We're talking about top speeds of 300 kilometers an hour. I'm not going to do that on Yas Marina,
But you can.
You can.
but it can.
It can. Yeah.
Just because it can.
It
Okay.
can. Yeah, so there's a lot of, we're talking about a lot of back end work. So we're going to look at how we perform on this weekend, and then we look at Bahrain, and then we look at Saudi Arabia, then we're looking at Qatar, and then Dubai again. So it's a lot of, we have an action-packed 6 months ahead of us.
Nice.
We're really looking forward to it. It's super exciting. I can't wait to get this thing started.
No, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you on track at Yas Marina
Oh, yes.
on Saturday. And this car looks phenomenal. The 296 is a brilliant car to drive.
Yes.
I have driven the road car, but I have not driven a cup car or a challenge car like this one is.
It's an amazing car. It's like top of the line, and we're going to take it to Europe as well.
Oh wow, okay, that would be even better.
I mean, look at it. It deserves
Yes.
to go to Europe.
It deserves to be
go
out
across the
of
world.
this place. Just go anywhere.
Yeah.
No, but we are definitely looking forward to seeing you race and win. And regardless of what anybody says, the entire support of the Indian audience across the world is there with you. Indians, women, men, regardless, everybody wants to see you win and perform well.
Yeah, and the thing is that I'm just really excited and I'm thankful that I have this platform to be able to tell the women in India that, even though we're surrounded with so much of patriarchy everywhere, day in and day out, we're suppressed. And there's no way that we can voice ourselves, I just want to say to all of these women that you guys need to have more belief in yourselves. You need to make sure that nobody brings you down. There's going to be a lot of negativity around. I have faced it as well in my life, and it's not been easy. And I don't think that it's easy for anybody who gets something good in life, So just keep focusing on the blessings, keep being grateful for what you already have, and use that, work on it to get it, to amplify it, to kind of reach the places that you want to. Keep your goals clear and work towards them. I'm sure
Amazing.
it just comes to you.
You're an inspiration to many.
100%. And you have no idea how proud, at least I feel, when I see that Indian flag on your car with your name on it, because
Yeah.
it's very rare to see that.
Yeah, but it's also, I just want to put into this thing that it's not just about racing, it's about any career. It's about any goal in life. It's not even something about career,
Yeah.
There are so many women who want to be celebrity cooks, or they want to be trekkers, and they want to be something else. Or it's not just racing. Racing is just one. Every woman is not going to want to do racing. But even those people who want to do those things that they want to do, they need to have a lot of belief in themselves. Just try and like mute out all the negativity and the people who are naysayers, and they're like, you can't do this, you can't do that, and just go for it. Just do what, if it really makes sense to you, if it really makes you happy, then you must do it. That's just it. Because to me, I had, like, the whole world turned around on me and said, it's not going to work out, this is not the way to do it, women should not be doing this. People on the track, so many men told me that, please go back home, this is not a place for you to be at.
Oh.
Chappal diya aapne?
And then you were like, can you see my back? Can you see the
No,
real
no,
thing?
no,
Can
no,
you
but
just
it
see-
does take a toll on you. I also had my down days,
Of
and I
course.
was sad and cried, and I got over it, because I thought to myself, but what else will I do with my life? I'm going to think about it and be like, I loved driving, and I let go because someone told me that I shouldn't be here. Maybe I should just forget about them and do what I have to do. And that's what I did. I kind of just muted everyone out at one point and said, let me focus and get it done. And then if I can't make it, it's okay. But what if I do make it? So I just kept pushing and pushing harder. And that's what any career needs, that.
True that. And that's what made you the first female champion.
Yes, female
India.
racing champion to win a four-wheeler championship.
Well, congratulations on that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That deserves a round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, Diana Pundole, आप लोगों के साथ right here on Gedi Maaro. Pleasure having you on the podcast.
Thank you for being here. We enjoyed it and looking forward to seeing you win again. And guys, don't worry, we'll come back to our routine bakwas next week.